Lacey,
Monica,
and we will forever be and always be Tournesol adornment. I mean, forever. So we're doing a video. We're in the library. We're not seated. We're in cholis and pantaloons. This is our little honor.
No.
So we are and we have shop dog. So it always needs to be picked up. Always, always. So we are here to celebrate FCBDU's brand new YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, fanfare, fanfare. So many of you know that Tournesol Adornment has many, many videos on FCBDU. And if you don't, you should go check them out because we're awesome. I mean, these are facts. However, we retired as Tournesol Adornment 1 year ago today. Was our announcement, actually. For those of you, well, we're filming. It'll be a little different when you guys see it. But we still have our videos available. And since we have retired, we've gotten lots of requests for us to offer a from head to toe getting ready situation video.
it's putting a lot of faith in us.
It's putting a lot of faith in us. I mean, you haven't gotten ready in a hot minute.
Over a year.
And I haven't gotten ready in a hot minute, but we know that many of you are getting back to performing because across the globe, many areas, hello darling, we should have gotten you a costume. You would have loved it. We know that many of you are getting back to performing. I've seen so many posts about people being excited about dancing with others. I know the very first in-person general skills and teacher training is happening over in Germany. Super exciting stuff. So as we start to perform again, it's like, where are my costuming pieces? I don't know. They could be anywhere. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and then we're going to get ready as if we were prepping for a performance. So this is not the get ready before the show. This is the before getting ready. So this is you've decided on your costume, you're getting ready for a performance, and we're doing the responsible thing by putting on everything and making sure that it works.
Look, that's asking a lot.
I mean, it may or may not happen. Like I just told Monica, I put on all of my costume before a stage show, and that might be it. I think Monica never puts it on, but that's also, you lost a whole belt on stage. And skirt. I mean, if you're going to do it big.
Shawl, everything.
The whole thing went down, right?
But I have these pantaloons on, so how
So she was spectacular. So we're going to demo ideally what all of you are going to do before you get out there and perform. So we just wanted to kind of prep with that. We're going to start from the ground up. We're going to do everything, costume, hair, jewelry, but not makeup. That's not our department.
No.
And it doesn't happen.
There's better people than us.
There's better people than us, for sure. And also, it's not a part of my prepping to get ready. Like, I don't do that altogether. I might experiment with looks, but never when I'm in the full costume. So we're giving you the real deal of what we actually do. Excuse me, sir. But not including makeup. And I think there might already be makeup tutorials on the YouTube. I know they're on FCBDU. I think I might have seen some loaded there. So go check them out. They're amazing. So that's that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put on the costume. We're going to talk you through our choices. And hopefully you're going to learn some things. It's definitely going to be funny. Get your beverages. We don't have our buzzer. It's been a minute since we've had to record. We're going to try to make sure that we keep it gentle. And yeah, let's go on a costuming journey with us. Here we go. Okay, everybody. So step one is we work from the ground up. So you get your pantaloons. You might notice different choices. Different choices.
Love these pantaloons.
I know, they're spectacular. So we
also cannot see my feet.
which is Monica's main motivation in all costuming. She does not want to see her feet.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
childhood trauma, man.
Yeah?
Being fat and like jeans that were just a little too snug, so you always got this
and
like
you just felt like
water kind of look. Yeah.
Okay. So now we cover
never.
feet.
I have no feet.
Yeah, no feet, 0 feet. I don't have legs. I mean, that's my thing, right? So let's talk about pantaloon choice. So you love these pantaloons.
I love them.
But more importantly, these pantaloons were not cheap, correct?
Dude.
All right, so Monica did not make these. Go ahead.
I saw them on, or I saw a similar pair eons ago, and when I could make those, and I made them, and it was awful. So when they were like dead, I went, I'm gonna buy those.
Right. Sometimes
it's not worth the effort. Yeah.
Investing is important. However,
So these are
when you invest,
you take care of them. These
care.
are indoor pantaloons. I would never wear them outside.
Not outside. Yeah, not outside. So Monica's look is more of a stage performance, and then my look is going to be a little bit more of like an outdoor festival type of performance. So we want to take care of them. We want to also wear them.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about investment a little bit, because that's a big theme for us in a lot of our videos about investment pieces. And in this style, Fat Chance style costuming, it can get really expensive. So we're going to talk about where you can save money. We're going to talk about where to invest money, but then also when you've made that investment, wear it so you don't feel bad about your life choices. So Monica asks me all the time, can I wear my sequin pantaloons? And I go, yes. So that it can be worth it. Yeah. So my pantaloons, on the other hand, are actually Deanna and I. This is my poppy pantaloons. Jake. Deanna and I performed in these, and I think she bought the fabric and then sent it off to me. I just love poppies. They're beautiful. They're very loud. I'm fine with wearing just the pantaloons. I love them. But it's a lot of print. It's a lot of print. So it did inform my skirt. I know, right? Like, we're loud in two different ways, right? But it did inform my skirt choice. So let's go over to you, Monica, first, and let's talk about your skirt. What skirt did you choose?
This one.
Why did you choose that skirt, Monica?
Because this is the only skirt I could find.
Yay, we're going to circle back to that. It's an important piece of information. But
I love this skirt.
It's beautiful.
It's my blue Jaipur skirt. It's long. It's heavy.
It's heavy. We like it. So it's got a good drape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. I think that for us, so in our troupe, Blue Caravan, blue shockingly, is a go-to color. We have a couple of staple costumes that you can play around with a solid skirt or a Jaipur skirt or, a velvet choli or a cotton choli, but you can pretty much guarantee that we are probably going to make use of these costumes.
That's why I got the blue one.
Which is why she got the blue
one.
And not a black Jaipur. So that way it varied up your costuming. We know Monica likes to wear black, but it's a spectacular choice for Jaipur. But the other kind of nice thing is if you're looking to invest, if you get a Jaipur skirt, because it's a print, you could wear a belt and not really need anything else. Now, we're going to add more, because more is more, and we like more. But you wouldn't have to. So Jaipurs are usually a little bit more expensive than a solid skirt, but you're going to get a little bit more out of it, yeah? So why don't you start getting your skirt on? I'm going to get my skirt and talk about why I chose a solid skirt, right? So I went with print pantaloons. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go with a solid skirt because of it. I want to get more comfortable with, over the head. Yeah, pay attention, everybody. Over the head. Don't do it. You'll hate your life choices. Yes. So I want to be the person that can do a print and a print. Okay. I mean, technically, it's what you're doing is a texture on a print, which is pretty cool, but it reads as black. Like, we talk about that a lot, right? So I also don't tuck my skirt. Like, you don't tuck your skirt. See these panels. Yeah, sometimes I'm wearing a skirt like this one for the main reason that I want you to see them, which is not a traditional Fat Chance style costuming idea. The skirts were long, we didn't tuck them at first, so that's kind of an evolving concept. But I thought the green was really lovely, and it kind of tempered the poppies a little bit for what I'm going to add to. Like I said, so talking about getting ready. How do you get ready? Notice my hair is not done yet. Right, so I know that January, someone that's in our group, January gets ready from the neck up, has choli and pantaloons on, and then gets dressed.
If I'm coming from work, that's what I do.
Same thing too. So, lipstick. So that can be a little bit of a challenge, but that's why they're stretchy, right? And then a partner is nice, right? So we're gonna get the skirt going. Now this skirt doesn't have a drawstring for some ungodly reason. So most of them do. So if anyone's looking that close, right? Now this skirt, I actually could just wear down. It's not so long that I'm going to trip if I'm outside on a hillside or something like that, but I usually tuck. So Monica, we talked about, is a print. You could put your belt on. You absolutely could. But we're not going to because more is more. So what's your next layer that you chose? I'm excited about that layer.
Me too. So normally I
wear. Oh yeah. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Is this piece?
Oh, it's stunning. Yeah. So pretty. So Monica is the costume of investment.
Also
notice though that Monica, we said, is doing a stage look. Yeah. To me, when we're
also not wear this outside.
Yeah, right. We probably would wear it outside. So for a stage performance, we have a tendency to pull out the stops, right? You're gonna get the good lighting. You've got butts and seats. They're seeing you. It's time to really go for it. You've probably known about the performance for a length of time, so you really saved and worked on it. So it's a beautiful use back. Yeah, use back textile. And then you adjusted this, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to do a couple of little like darts.
Yeah, do we want to like?
I mean, it's not pretty.
That's okay. Yeah, that's great. We want to be honest, right?
Darts at the edge, so it's got more of a curve when you watch it. And I had to add a band to it. So
yeah, so note that when you get textiles, they often are not ready to wear. She added her rings to be able to tie on. And then how are you going to do that? Do you just cross the back?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So for my next layer, we're just going to go back and forth. So one of the things that I utilize a lot and I encourage my students to utilize for layers is, let's say you've invested in a skirt. Let's say that, because typically speaking, oh, that's fine. Yeah, blue lace. Sometimes you gotta grab what you got close, right? So, if let's say you had a black skirt, so you're a newer performer, you invested in your black skirt, and you're like, oh God, but now we have to do, I don't know, fire colors or something. I live for fringe. So super long, 36-inch fringe on elastic is the way that I really changed up a lot of my looks. It gave a lot of movement, but it didn't cost me very much. So even today, you can go on almost any belly dance costuming site and find versions of this. Sometimes it'll have a bigger band. Sometimes it will, have an actual like little sash or whatever. But they'll be anywhere from like $17 to like $28, maybe on the high end $30. But that's a pretty inexpensive way. And then all of us have them and all of us trade them. So it's like, can I borrow your orange one? Do you want my blue one? Like, we just kind of trade them around as a way to have a pop of color and additional movement. So automatically, we've leveled up my skirt a little bit. And so now, even if, we were at an outdoor festival that mattered less than we matched, we're starting to kind of blend a little bit. So then, what's your next layer?
Belt.
Okay, so I actually have one more layer because I just have fringe. Something to note is that if I put my belt on top of this, everything's got to get tangled. So it will get untangled and it would be fine, but it's gonna be a situation, right? So I usually with fringe, I would then add a hip shawl of some kind. So this hip shawl is a stretch velvet, which I really like, and actually I had a student make it. So Vicky did it.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is a cotton fringe. I think it's cotton or like a rayon, something. And she just looped it on, but what I like about it is it's stretch velvet.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be able to put this on, and I've noticed how I'm bringing the black up. So I'm colorful, but I have the black in the pantaloons. I'm bringing the black up in the skirt, so we're just going to get a little bit of that red on the bottom. And I've got my black choli, so that crazy loud color gets toned down a little bit. And then I'm going to tie on the side, but I do love, similar to Monica, maybe I'm the newer student, I don't have tailored things yet. So stretch fabric, let's see, hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to be able to pull this to shape, thank you friend, and then I'm going to tie really low, and you guys are going to see how low that tie is so that it curves around the head. Like good?
Yeah.
Because we didn't think about mirrors, y'all. So we got a fish tank that we're utilizing over here. It's great. So a couple things can happen with the tie, which we talk about. We have a whole video on knotting and tying. So depending on if I could get away, I'm not going to with this belt. I could tie my belt over this, but because of the style of belt that you guys are going to see in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and knot this, and that's going to be fine because my skirt tuck is going to cover it up. So I'm just going to knot it. Notice how low that is. I see so many people tie high, and then the things move around. So that's my extra layer, right? So now I've got more fullness, I've got more interest happening. Okay, but go ahead and turn, Monica, real quick. But she's got it all in one piece because she spent the money, right? So I'm going to work up to that. But until I got to there, I did this, right? So I might not have as many fabrics. Oh yeah, Harley's just making some noise. It's fine.
So you're really going to take this moment to market that thing?
He is. So I might not have the fabric textile interest, but I've got things going on, right? So let's talk about your belt. That's a real good place. Such a basic, but not basic.
It's so basic.
But I think it's a staple, y'all. Medallion belts now need to be in your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like they just do.
Yeah.
It's a great way to have texture. It's a great, simple, comfortable belt for a variety of things. It looks great on stage. It looks great out in public. Like it's just, and it's comfortable. I have yet to find a dancer that was mad that they had a medallion belt on, right? Like they're just, a lot of belts can be chunky and uncomfortable, but these are really, really great. So we got long ties. Yeah, long ties. And then for me, because I didn't have as much textile, I chose, and I would definitely recommend something like this for a new dancer. And we actually have our, hey, butterfly. So we have a video explaining this belt, but it's my mirror belt, which has a lot going on. So this mostly blocked color now is going to get a little level up, right? So notice how all the things tie. I think for me personally, the ties are where it's at, right? So
that's so when your weight fluctuates.
When your skirts fluctuate, how many layers do I have on? Like all of that is gonna work. And I also find that if you are outside, oh, apparently I need to tie this in. Oh, so good, friend. Now, would you? And then you're just gonna leave it down. You're done, right?
Oh yeah,
you're done. So give the fans a little turn. So good, everybody, right? So I have got my belt on. How does that look, friend? Yeah.
Yep.
So then, because I'm me, I'm gonna do a side tuck, right? So I put those pants on. I want folks to see them even if I don't spin. So I'm gonna pull all of this apart, and then I'm gonna grab roughly, we've talked about this before, down the knee, and I'm gonna pull up just a bit, and I'll grab those two sides, and then I'm gonna hide all of this business a little bit, right? So I'm gonna get a nice little swag. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
And then we'll tuck in. I'm going to do a little extra tuck to get some more floop happening. Now you get some of my pantaloons. The red goes up.
Yeah.
Chugga. So that is bottom half, y'all. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back with the upper portion. Okay, everybody, time for upper half. So let's talk about performance bra and hair. So both of us are kind of constructing a look in real life ideas of like you're coming from work and now I have really short hair. So when we get to the upper to the hair portions, we'll talk about that. But let's talk about bras. Yeah. So which bra? Oh, and you also have a drape that we need to talk about.
I do.
So we're gonna do that. We'll see how that goes, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, so the classic coin bra.
I have a bra, man.
Yeah. Once you have one, I think
I have this in a textile bra.
Right.
That's it.
And that's really it. I think that's right. So bras usually require friends.
Yeah, I don't know that I can.
Usually require friends. So go ahead and come up a little bit, Monica. And normally what Monica does is she throws her bra over her shoulders and then she finds me and she goes, "Can you tie me?" Right? So if you are someone that is nervous or slightly, uncomfortable in social situations, a lot of the FCBDU newsletter topics this month have been talking about like, we're getting back together. We all have been by ourselves for months and months, right? We're uncomfortable. Like this might be a great way to be like, "Hi, I could use some help," right? So, you're in. So I'm going to get her in. I'm going to tie her. I'm going to ask her if that's comfortable, all of that good stuff. She's going to give me some feedback and we're going to tie her in.
Feels good.
I also think that if you are coming to an event where you can get ready, I really encourage you all to come in your choli and pantaloons, right? Let me see. Beautiful, right? Come prepared to not have a place to fully undress.
Right.
I think that's really important. So that way, if you're only needing to assemble like we are now, then you're going to be good to go to do that. Like, always assume that you don't have a mirror, which is what I should have done today, right? So just like think about those things if you're going to a new venue, right? So my bra is my new go-to bra. I made this, I guess, during the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So I inevitably always need a cord to tie because I typically do strings and I didn't attach it. This is macrame cord. Because of macrame. So I'm going to ask my friend to hold on to that. And then this is really important and why I don't usually do my hair before I put my bra on because I go overhead. So this is attached on me. So this doesn't have an option to not go over. But it makes it easier for me to get in because then you just have to put it through. So she's going to tie the cord through my rings. And then we're good to go. I'm going to hold up. Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll adjust. Now, we also have full videos on bra fit. A little tighter. Did I give enough room?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So we did a whole tutorial on bras and
way
fit.
Down there.
Huh?
If you're way down there. Sure.
Oh, okay. Because I'm short. Hey.
There you go.
Yeah. So then we've got bras on. Yay! We're so there. Oh, I like this bra. It's comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. But it's pretty.
Big, and it's
big. But you're at a stage show.
Yes.
I'm at an outdoor festival. I need to be a little bit more comfortable. Sort of. But I will say, this is not outdoor festival all day needing to go to the bathroom. So important once. Okay, so we're going to move up and talk about hair. Yeah? So, we'll just keep going. So, drape. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we have drape. So, Monica loves to drape. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want to drape themselves in a suit? I mean, come on now.
Also not teasing all of you.
So beautiful, so lovely, right? Very popular now.
Easy, right?
Yeah? So just across the shoulder, literally just tucking in.
Yep. Sometimes I'll put it under the belt This
Yeah,
piece
to
is a
grab.
little heavy to do that with, and
Gotcha.
I don't want to damage anything.
Sure. So just a little tuck.
Just a little
And
tuck.
because it's going to be staged, you're going to be able to stay in. Oh, and it'll just a little pull through.
Yeah, just a pull through.
Ah.
And I do front and
so
back.
she pulled through the ring a little bit. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do front and back because I'm wearing a bra under my choli,
Yeah.
and I don't have. Usually I have like little sleeve covers. I couldn't find them, but now you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. So she has a regular brassiere.
Just like
Yeah, so a little tuck through the belt, zip through the ring. That's definitely going to hold it
Yeah.
in. And perfect. And number one, it looks absolutely amazing and beautiful. We get to see the draping move. And it can be a little bit more modesty and lovely. And I think it's just a really beautiful. And because there's less going on at the front of your belt, this brings a little interest down, which I think is really lovely. So yeah. Awesome. Okay, next up is hair.
Hi, everybody.
All right, friends. Monica's hair down, and we are preparing to do hair. So Monica's going to construct her look. Mine's already pretty much done, but you guys will see that in a second. So what happens when we're putting together? Now, in truth, to be completely honest, we wouldn't be in full costume if we did the hair, right? So most of you guys are going to have already done your hair, but we thought for the purposes of the video, it made a lot of sense. So what are you doing first, Monica?
Right, so this is what I do when I've got work.
Okay, so like a quick, we talked about we're getting ready quickly.
Which I
Keep talking.
I washed my hair recently, so it doesn't look too bad. But usually means my hair is greasy, and I don't want anybody to see it.
Right, we don't want anybody to see anything. So that's the other thing. So as a tip, I'm sure that it's in one of our hair tutorials, but like freshly washed hair is a disaster for a performance. Like you want
because it's slippery.
kind of you want some kind of gritty, slightly dirty hair.
So off to the side.
Beautiful.
It used to be longer. It's what it is now.
I like it though.
Thank you.
Great.
Got a little turban.
So good. So this turban is Melodia, right? No, is this just like
this
an
is just
online?
cheap,
Fantastic.
Whatever. My Melodia is still put away.
Gotcha. So good. We're using the fish tank again,
easy
right?
peasy.
So it's such a great way to kind of cover it up, small look, which is really lovely. So if you don't want to make a full headpiece, just a slip-on turban can be really lovely.
And then
little small clip-in flowers. I'm going to get rid of this extra hair that's up your front. Yeah, looking out for you. Oh, here, what do we do with this guy too if you wanted to? I even brought a mirror. Yeah. Up, she says, up. Yeah. So here's the, like, as she's putting in her flowers, one of the things that I wanted to talk about, if you haven't already seen it, is I think it's volume 2 of Fat Chance's DVD set, is makeup and costuming and things like that. And one of the things that Fat Chance as a troupe used to do is they all got ready together. So before a show, they would all get ready, and they would come in and stuff, and it was definitely a bonding, getting ready. I tried that with my group. We didn't succeed in that. Right? I'm definitely someone, I can get ready with like one other person, but there's not a lot of talking going on. Like it's a lot of focus. And are you done, friend? All right, so show the camera.
Easy peasy.
Oh, it's such a beautiful look. So,
also, not what I would do for stage.
Right. So this is a little mixture, right?
We've
so
done
costume,
that video. That's a big video.
Yeah, it's definitely there. And this is a sample, so this is for our YouTube. Go check out the FCBDU.com. Check out our longer hair videos, tutorials for sure. I'm going to get a little, you have shrapnel.
It's fine.
So what I love though is these smaller flowers have become more and more popular. And I think that it's such a low profile, but really beautiful and interesting. And I actually think I like this because I think that there is an assumption, and I'm going to have the other side of that, right? But there's an assumption that it must be big. I don't necessarily think that that's true. I think it just needs to be adorned. So I'm reminded of when Carolina for like a whole season wore a flower. She did her hair in a bun and did one red flower. And that was it. And it was lovely, and it still was a strong look, but it wasn't overly adorned. Now, saying all of that, I'm going to overly adorn. So, yeah, I absolutely am going to need a mirror. And what we just need to make sure is that it's like not facing the camera because I don't know if there's going to be a crazy glare. That's perfect. So I now have stupid short hair, a little higher because I'm short. And, oh my, there, I can see your little eyes to the top. So I now construct full headpieces, which again is in our hair tutorial, but it's the whole thing. Right? But what I noticed was I ended up with these like small holes in the back that I didn't love. So Monica is a genius, and she designed these medallion, these are considered
fascinators.
Fascinators. That was the word I was searching for. And they are lovely and wonderful. A little tricky, but I'm sure that you could construct something similar on your own with some medallions and an elastic. So go for it. I have to remember which way it goes. I'm pretty sure it goes this way. So I'm actually going to use it in the back.
Nice.
Off to the side to cover up. So the goal is that you're not really going to see much of my hair at all. That's the goal. So you're going to get the whole big shape but with not a whole lot else, right? So I have thought about all of the things. And you might be wondering what's dangling down. You're going to see, oops, I'm going to need that. You're going to see it in a second. So my head pairs a stretchy lace, which I learned from Monica. Dun, 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 dun. So that look is going to come all together. Nice little stretchy lace. And I'm going to have to place some things in a second. I think this, there we go. It's a nice little bow in the back. Now, ideally, I like it when I have a little bit more height on top, but that's okay. It still works. I'm Harley's there. We don't need your help right now. And now what's going on with this floppy thing, right? So I'm going to create a nice little diagonal line. Does that work?
Yeah.
So it's going to cover up a little bit. I'm going to use one of those genius little small flowers to hold it in. There's that. And then what's super helpful is an additional mirror. Like if you haven't figured this thing out, then you did not survive the 80s.
True
So
story.
yeah, there we go. Yes. So I love a little asymmetry, which is why I put it on a diagonal. But I'm just going to check. I love to look at my hair. See, I probably, if I was home, I would put one more. So I check at all angles. Oh yeah, thanks, friend. So I check all the angles because in our dance, oh yeah, see, there it is. I had a hole. So you're going to see me from the back, and I'm going to see how that looks. You're going to see me from this side, so I'm going to see how that looks. You're going to see me from this side. So I make sure that the interest is there all the way around. Now, something very not traditional, well, there we go. Yeah, see? And it's basically my shape, but without having all the hair to put it in, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a maximist
Yeah.
look, and you're a minimalist look, but they still both are adorned and are appropriate, right?
Absolutely.
So I get a question from my students a lot of like, well, what's enough? And a lot of times I say a flower counts if you do it right, and that's like Carolina's example, right? So I love a fully constructed look now, especially with my short hair. It makes getting ready so fast. I saw a video yesterday. I almost sent it to you. They constructed like a hollowed out bun. So it was like your hair, and it was like all already braided. And so if you needed a little bit of hair, like I couldn't have done it because she used hair sticks. But then a similar thing, and when it was all done, like it was all fake hair.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing now, right? So awesome. So here is our upper body look. So next up is jewelry. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, friends. We've got our costume on. We need a bobby pin, but that's fine. We have hair on. It's now time for adornment.
Yes.
So adornment is one of those places where really early, I've got an issue. It's fine. I'm trying to not be distracted by it. It's like I really liked that coin and now I hate it. It probably needs to go, but that's okay. So adornment is one of the first places I was like, I need fewer decisions.
Yes.
I want to figure out what bracelets work, and I want to lock them in. And then I think somewhere along the lines, like I had a plan to like slowly trade out for real silver. And then my pocketbook was like, that's cute.
Nice.
You want to use back, like textiles.
Right.
So I haven't quite traded all my stuff for the real thing, but I think I've worn the same bracelets and rings for the last decade. I don't think I've changed them out. My necklaces, on the other hand, like I have a couple. We were just talking about it.
I have one. I have a pair of necklaces, bracelets. My bracelets are noticeably less than yours.
Right.
Because generally when we perform, I wear long sleeves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I usually have like a high, three-quarter. Yeah. And then a couple small ones.
Yeah, and I always wear short sleeves. I really love the look of long sleeves. I think I just need to bite the bullet for a stage performance sometimes. But I'm so hot. And you too, right? We're both so hot. I just am like, I need to not be miserable.
Yeah.
However, that's also why I wear a lot of bracelets. Right. I like the look, but I probably would wear a lot less if I did long sleeves. Yeah. So you've got your couple. Tell the people about them.
Yeah, I don't know. Silver. Yeah. Kind of a woven. It's lovely. It needs to be polished. These are not real. But they jingle,
nice,
and they're super fun. Yeah.
And what I love is because you had one other one, right? Your high arm one?
Because it doesn't fit.
It's not going to fit today.
So I will say this. This is something, and I don't know if you experienced it, I found with jewelry, and maybe it's because of what I do for a living. I don't know. But that some weeks, some days, certain rings, certain bracelets just are not.
Oh yeah,
fit. And this is the example of that,
right? So water weight and
thing's not fitting today.
Yeah.
So yeah, easy peasy.
Well, and what I love too, just in your minimalist bracelets, is there's a lot of texture still, right? So you have a lot of different shapes going on, sound, all that good stuff. Love it, and they bend a little bit, right? With warmth.
Gotta get the right.
Perfect. I have a lot more bracelets, y'all.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna get mine going.
Go
Beautiful. Okay, so mine go in a very specific order. So I love this. It's beefy. It's big. It's like $5 from like an accessory store, y'all. But one of the reasons why I really like it is it's wood.
Nice.
So it holds up really nicely. It feels nice, even if I get hot or anything like that. It might be metal on the outside, but not on the inside. So that goes up. Then I have a really beautiful brass from India. At some point, a friend went, and that goes next. Same thing. I have a piece. Whoop, where did it go? My dragon. One of my troop members went to India, brought me back this. I don't clean anything, y'all, so it is the way that it is. Then again, see, I have lots of gifts, too, that are really nice. I got these from Lisa.
Nice.
Lisa got these. She made a mistake that many of us make. She ordered them online and didn't know, and then they became mine. So that guy will go on, and then I have this it's my favorite bracelet. It might be real. We're not sure. So I've talked about it before. The horseshoe bracelets are tricky. This one works. We go in on the skinny portion. Oh, is it going to happen today? Yeah, we go in on the skinny portion and then slide down. That's my left arm, and then right arm. Oh, am I missing a bracelet? I am missing a bracelet. Oh, see, this would be the point backstage that I would freak out. But all is well. It's fine. Yeah, I would fixate. It would be awful. But that's okay. So my beaded bracelets go up top. I usually have a second one. I'm not quite sure where it went off to. But that's okay. We'll do this guy. I might not have brought it. So then another kind of wood one to balance. A really pretty little metal. I love to stack. But I have a new tattoo. So my ideas of that I feel weird about covering them up, which is hysterical. I have another little twist bracelet that usually will kind of go where it fits. Where did my matchy go? That'll go on, and then we really stack this side. So then I have a third, and that guy will go on. And yeah, now I'm feeling good. Oh, but it'll depend on the day. It'll depend on, oh wait, I know what has to happen. I haven't gotten ready in a while, y'all. This one has to go on first, because the skinny part of my wrist is up top. Whee, and then it goes down. Now I'm ready. I think this is more than I've seen many people. You know what? I'll talk about Anna. So Anna is this beautiful, I hate these leaves, y'all. We're going to fix this. They're going to go. So Anna is a lovely dancer that lives in Wisconsin, and she used to live here in Florida and performed with us a lot, and Anna would wear bracelets all the way to her elbow. And I just remembered being just really enamored with it. Yeah, I just thought it was so lovely. And I'm almost positive that's probably where it started for me. I was like, I want bracelets like Anna. So, all right, so rings. Monica is having a real dance experience, right? And forgot them.
Yep, they're at work. I don't have them. They're not here.
Rings aren't always the thing that have to happen.
Because I wear, and I think you're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
The rings that I wear are the rings that I wear all the time. They're my day rings. So they came off.
And they came off, and that's fine, right? Sometimes you might not feel particularly comfortable wearing rings yet with your finger symbols and all of that, so you may or may not do them. My rings are heirloom pieces, so they're really important to me, and talk about not being able to perform, right? So, like, if I didn't have them, and that happens sometimes, a bracelet's gotta fall. So all of my rings are, or the majority of my rings are turquoise from my granny, so they're all very specific, and then this one is the one from my friend over here, so that's nice, but they all have very specific placement. They all go on rather quickly. I wear a lot of them. Zero apologies. They make me feel.
You like it when yours click, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the sound. The sound makes me happy. So I like a lot of look. I rarely paint my nails. I wish I did. I just don't think about it, and then I'm sad. So a lot of bracelets. Get my rings on. They're the same thing I wear all the time. Yeah, the same thing. Excuse me, sir. That's mine.
Absolutely,
it's my fault. This is what happened. Funny story. So my ring bag looks like a stuffy.
Yeah, it does.
Right? So we have Harley down here. He thought it was his because I left it on the floor. That's a me problem. Right? One day, I think you picked me up. I got in the car for a gig, and I was like, I don't have my rings. And you were like, do you want to go back? Because I think you circled back. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to perform. You're like, it's fine. We're early. Circles back. I run in the house. I can't find my rings. Can't find my rings. Can't find them. Can't find them. Can't find them. My bulldog Clyde had grabbed it, and he went and hid it in his bed and scooted the blanket over it and said, this is mine. I found it. But I was like, you little bugger.
I remember that part of the story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He was such a little stink pot. So, all right, let's talk about necklaces, and then we'll do earrings. Yeah? So, as we said, Monica does the same hair.
Actually do
What do you know about this?
Oh goodness. Okay, so
It's one of those.
right. Oh god. We're gonna flex a little bit. I am relatively positive it's Indian.
Yeah.
This is a very classic. You're gonna see these pieces all the time.
Yeah.
Right? They tend to be a little bit, yeah, they're fantastic. Some are real silver, some are not. The price will reflect that. But the one that wasn't, do you remember how much you paid for this? $40. Okay, so I've seen them go, because of course everything, prices fluctuate. I've seen ones like this go for as much as $100, depending on where you're buying it from. So just kind of keep that in mind. Mixed metal on this one, so there's going to be a little bit of tarnishing.
Oh yeah.
Again, see other videos for how to care, how to coat, all of that good stuff. But that's your first one, which is nice high piece.
Yep. And then I have my Taurus cross that Lacey put on.
Yeah, I did it nice and long for her. Oops.
There's just not saying
There's not Cianante. That's fine. We're going to get rid of it. Oh, yeah. So beautiful. I love that high and then a low. Drawing the eye all the way through the costume. So nice. Mm-hmm. So then I am coming up to the show because I couldn't decide. So I'm going to be backstage and I'm going to be like, hey, which one of these looks good? So I brought two, which I'm sure it's one of those things. So there's a movie that I often quote, and it's The Devil Wears Prada. And there's a famous scene where she holds up two belts. And then another character laughs because she thinks the belts look identical. And they're so different to like the fashion eye. That's kind of how I feel about these. Right? They're basically a similar choice, but they're so different. Right? So they're so different. So we've got kind of a big bulbous bead, Tibetan bead. And then we have a Marty Love necklace, right? So I couldn't quite decide which way. The shorter one? Yeah. So I couldn't quite decide. So I wanted to see. A student of mine, Lisa, made this actually. Yeah. So sometimes I like the volume. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because my other one is going to be longer. Actually, I think the audience might be helpful to see that, right? Like, how do you make that choice? Monica knows my wardrobe, so she can tell. And she got me this, y'all. So this guy, it interferes, right? It interferes with the bra. It's not bad. No one's going to be mad at it. But you want to think about, the other is better, right? So there we are. Just get that guy. And then the last thing are earrings, right? Yeah, earrings. So, generally speaking, I like to think about the volume that I've got on top and make sure. So I have a really long neck. So sometimes the distance from here to here is like, but how are we getting there? So I need to fill that space a little bit. And other times my earrings don't even matter. So depending on the look that you've got going on, it may or may not matter. What do you have thoughts? Oh yes, yawning. All right. So again, I'm gonna have you choose, right? So I'll go ahead and do mine first. So I was like, I don't know if I need the solid to be pulled up or if I want the astute telecant. I was like, I don't know. What do you think, friend? Yeah? The astute, little shine, little shimmer. Mm-hmm. So I'll get those in. So resin telecant, we love them, right? But I also like that they're lightweight. So sometimes nice big costume jewelry. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to like cruise your local thrift stores for like 80s jewelry, right? So like those enamel earrings and that, which would be really lightweight. What do we think? Yeah. Perfect. All right, talk about yours.
Ooh,
little fun beads, little metal.
Old camel bone with brass Ethiopian beads on either end.
Yeah. Oh, and I like that you're bringing like some heaviness up.
I like heavy earrings. When we dance, I like when I feel that.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah. I have a bigger earring because my hair's a little simpler.
Yeah, so a little volume there is nice.
It's also not going to get caught in anything.
Awesome. Yay! So we are done, everybody. This is our look. I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up for us. So just hang tight, and then you guys can look at the costumes a little bit more. But this is us getting ready. And here is Monica's full look, everybody. So I'm going to come in. Her beautiful necklace. She's got my faces at us. And coin bra, skirt, and go ahead and give us a turn, Monica. And you can, hold please. And let's see the hair as she goes, and turn to the back. And a nice little back view. Look at that beautiful costume. And come back around to the front. Lovely, lovely. And Lacey's next. All right, and my look, so full body. And then we'll get a little close-up of upper body and necklace. I'll give a little turn. And then we can see the back. Full body. Oh. I like that Monica has her beverage back here hiding. All right, and then we'll do a little turn again.
Yeah.
And there's my look.
Cute.
Hi, friends. Thank you for joining us. Getting ready with Lacey and Monica. It's always an adventure, always a good time. Like I said, we're not necessarily making new content, but there is so much that you guys can go through at FCBDU, not only from us, but all of the other amazing instructors. You can always reach out to me online if you have any questions. And also, Monica's busy.
No.
She doesn't get to it, but you can come to me. You can come to me. It's totally fine. Or absolutely post some questions in the comments below, and we'll get to those as well. Keep an eye on them, and definitely show us your looks. We love to see what you guys put together. Have fun getting ready to dance, everybody, and we'll see you out there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.